Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to, first things first, go into your content manager browser and then go to FPS. I've created a folder already called N2D Vision. You can name it whatever you want. You can just name it Vision, Thermal, whatever. I named mine this, you name yours whatever you want. Inside there, you're going to right click, you're going to create a material, you're going to call it M underscore vision. Okay, we're going to open that up. You're going to see this. Now to save the process and the time and all the efforts of doing what we need to do, what we're going to do is I'm going to send you to this. You're going to go to this website, that URL right there, blueprint.ue. You can either type in N2D Studios or you can type in Thermal Vision Material. Make sure it's from me, which would be the N2D Studios. When you click on that, you're going to see this blueprint here. This just saves time. You just click, copy everything except for the last node over there. Okay, you just copy all this, hit Control C. And if you don't know how to scroll in and out, you just hold Control and you roll your mouse wheel to scroll in and out. Just scroll out far enough like that, and then you copy with Control C, come back to your vision, and then scroll out, click somewhere way over here, and then hit paste. Bring this over here, and then plug this into your emissive color. Now, whenever this won't work, and you want to get some errors if you don't do some certain things. On this, click Vision, or click this right here. Click that. In the material domain, you want to change this to Post Process. Scroll out, come over here to this texture. Okay. If it's not already selected, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go over here and get Engine Content. If it's not already checked, you want to check that to open your engine content. Once you do that, you click on texture and then you go over here and then you type in your texture spot. You will type in blue noise. Okay, and then you'll pick the first one or the second one. I'm using the first one. And then once that's done, you hit apply and save. Now that that's done, now we go back over here to this, right click, hit blueprint class, make an actor component, and let's call this BP underscore vision. In vision, we're going to open it up. Now in here, what we got to do is we got to do some things first. On the begin play, we need to click down here somewhere underneath it, right click, hit get owner. Click that, off of that. Come over here, come off the event begin play, and hit cast to BP player character. Run that into the object, right click on this and hit promote to variable, straighten it up, and then compile and save. I'm just going to change this to on success only so I can only get that. Copy that, or not copy it, but can comment on it and call it begin play. Now, what we got to do now is we got to create some variables. Let's create one variable real quick, and we'll call this PP thermal for post processing thermal. On the variable type in post processing. You want to go to post process settings, just click that. Now duplicate that variable and call it PP normal. And then create another variable, and we're going to call this one using vision. Question mark. Boolean, and then compile and say you want this to be defaulted as off. Alright, now we can put this over here. Now we have our component. Let's go ahead and rename this component to vision underscore COMP so that you know it's a component later on or whatever. If you, when you're typing things, you can see if it's a component. Now, what we have to do is we got to create an input action. So right click out here, go to input action. Let's make it IA underscore vision. Hit save all, and then you go to back to your content manager, go to FPS, go to inputs, go to pawn inputs. On the mappings, drop it down and hit the plus sign. Where it says none, click that and type in vision, and then put that vision in there. Scroll back down, drop that down, click the keyboard, and then I'm going to make mine T. You can make it whatever you want it to be, the key. When you press that, you can press whatever key and it's going to make it. Now, you come back over to your comp for your vision here. These are the only three things that you need. All we got to do now is we go over here and we type in IA underscore vision. That brings your input action out here. Once you bring your input action out here, come off of started and go to flip flop. Now it's on flip flop, and you bring your using vision out, set it, copy it, paste it, put one here, turn this one to true, and then come off of that one and go to A, this one to B. What this is doing is when you press the button, mine's going to be T. When I press T, it will flip-flop back and forth between this one and this one. So this one will be on and this one will be off. Okay. Then what we got to do is we got to get our player character, put it over here, get it. That's the reference that we just created right here. Off of this, we go camera, and then we go get camera. Okay. Off of here, you go post process. You want to set post process settings. Okay, and then you go boom, and then copy that, paste it. You can come down here, hook this up to here, and come up with this one into the target. Now, you want to bring your thermal, PP thermal variable over here, get it, and then run it into that. And then your normal one over here, and then run it into that. So, like so. And there is that. Okay. Now, what we have to do is we click on the thermal. You're going to go over here to the default value. Drop down that. Drop down the render features. Go to post process materials. Drop that down where it says array. Add the plus sign. Click choose. Add asset. You can either type it there or you can come over here and click on this in your content manager where your material is. You can click on that, go back over here, and then hit the little arrow. Or you can just type it in there. I like clicking it and then going there so that I won't make a mistake. Hit compile and save. And then what we have to do is we got to go into FPS, blueprints, characters, BP player character. And in player character, we have to set some things to make it to where it will glow, basically, or process. So go into, click on the mesh, and then over here type in like pass, I believe. Yeah, render custom depth pass. So you can type that in. I just type in pass. See, this is false. You want to click that to true. What this does is this allows it to glow. So basically anything that you want to glow when the thermal's on, you have to check this box on for it. So I'll show you an example of that in a second. So now compile and save. I think that might be it. All right, let's give it a test and see. Taking a minute to load. First time I've loaded this thing. Sorry, guys. All right, now that we've loaded, let's hit T. Or is it T? This is our post process here. Where did we make the key? I forgot. We have to go back and look. Or did we add the character? No, we didn't add. Sorry, guys, we are not done. It did not work because we did not add the component. So click on the player character and hit add, and then go to vision. and then add the component, and it adds the component to your list down here. Now it will work. Now when I hit play, because before it was basically bare minimum, and so now it knows when I press the button. So when I hit it, see, there it is. But as you can see, my character is not glowing. See my arms and legs? They're not glowing. I left the mesh unchecked so that I could show you this as a way, because that's the FPS like first person mesh. So when I click this, and then I hit that, you can see, like if I go into first person, I can't see it. If I go to third person, I can see it. And that is because of this mesh has the render custom depth pass checked to true, wherein on this one it does not. See if I change that to true, and then I go over here and then I hit play, and then I hit this once it starts. You can see my hands are now glowing thermal. And then now another thing you can do is, so I'll just do this as a quick example. Let's go over here to like this barrel, for example. Click on this barrel and the map, or go to the BP if you know where it is, but it's called BP Explosive Barrel. Click on the mesh part of it and do the same thing, type in pass. And then click on pass. Sorry, my daughter's walking through here. Alright. I don't know why she wants to walk through here with her phone so loud. And now it's on there. And if we turn on the thermal, you can see that we're glowing and that is glowing. It also affects that one too over there because it's glowing. Anything that you want to glow, like effects or anything, that's what you got to turn on, is that right there. So that pretty much sums up the video, so we can go back and take a little peek at what we did. What we did is we created a folder, and in that folder we created a component, an input, and a material. And then we created, inside the component, we just created these variables, and we're setting the process with the input action, and we're casting to our VP player character. Okay, well that concludes everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I will be adding other ones for like night vision, and then I got X-ray vision, and a few other ones that I'm going to be doing, like rumble, basically when you get shot, shaking the screen and things like that. So stay tuned. But this sums up the thermal vision video tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good day. See you guys next time.